General Hospital spoilers hint that Willow Kane may try to finish Drew Kane off. Will Willow decide she wants her husband gone for good and take drastic action to make it happen? At this point, Willow has no love left in her heart for Drew. It benefited Willow to marry Drew before the trial since the jury needed to see her as a devoted wife, but now she's been found not guilty. There's no reason Willow really needs to stay married anymore, especially since Drew could be hurting her custody case more than he's helping. Willow is desperate for a reunion with her children and will want rid of anything hindering that goal. Drew is an egotistical wildcard who has blown up Willow's life in more ways than one. Hayesi fans can see why Willow would want Drew out of the picture, but she's admitted to Nina Reeves that cutting ties won't be simple. However, Willow may ultimately decide it could be easy if she kills Drew instead of divorcing him. That'd be the cleanest break Willow could hope for and might pave the way for her to finally get her life back on track. Naturally, Willow might want to be more careful about planning the crime this time around. The last thing Willow needs is more suspicion swirling around her when she's hoping to regain custody rights. Perhaps Willow could resolve to pump a final bullet in Drew and frame Michael Corinthos for it. Willow might hope that it would look like Michael was trying to finish Drew off and that it'd been him pulling the trigger all along. Regardless, Willow is playing with fire when it comes to Drew's missing memory. Drew could face a memory flood anytime, so Willow may determine that she has to silence him before he realizes she's the real shooter and spreads the word. Of course, if Willow makes up her mind to wipe Drew off the map, she may not care if he knows she's the shooter. If Willow decides Drew's going to die anyway, she might actually confess while holding him at gunpoint. It'd probably give Willow great satisfaction to gloat to Drew's face and taunt him about how she got away with attempted murder. Willow might argue that she'll get away with actually killing Drew too and plan to deliver a third fatal shot. Then again, maybe Willow could choose another path to wiping Drew out and try to make it look like an accident. No matter how it all goes down, Willow might decide to get rid of Drew before he tells everyone about her true criminal behavior. That doesn't necessarily mean Willow's plot will pay off, but she could at least try to do away with Drew while she still has the chance. General Hospital spoilers say Willow may make some other bold moves in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for updates on all the troubling news to come. The General Hospital scoop for Monday, January 19th hints Lexus Davis will tell Drew Kane he better uphold his end of their bargain. Also coming up, Sonny Corinthos will have Michael Corinthos' back. Plus, Pascal will continue to manipulate Anna Devane, and Harrison Chase could wind up in prison. GH spoilers tease Anna will be horrified when she hears Caesar Faison's voice speaking to her on the loudspeaker. Of course, it won't actually be Faison, it'll be Pascal messing with her. But how much longer will Anna be forced to go through this? Meanwhile, Port Charles will reel from Willow Kane's not guilty verdict. Michael will worry that he's about to be charged with the crime. However, Sonny's not going to let that happen. "I'm gonna make sure you don't go down for this," he tells his son in the GH sneak peek. Over with ADA Justine Turner, who will be furious with the jury's decision, and she'll take out her anger on Chase. "Thanks to your interference," she'll warn Chase, "you may be the one who ends up in prison." Other GH spoilers tease Trina Robinson will tell Kai Taylor that Willow being found innocent might not be such a bad thing after all. Plus, Drew will threaten Nina Reeves. Finally, Alexis did exactly what Drew instructed her to do. She successfully defended Willow under the assumption she'd get access to her granddaughter's Scout Quartermain. "I came through for you. I expect the same in return," Alexis will tell the congressman. But will Drew honor his promise to the attorney? Or will he stay true to form and renege on his deal with Alexis? At any rate, it looks like a great episode is coming up. Keep reading the Soap Scoop for more General Hospital spoilers and news, and make sure you join our free GH Facebook group. General Hospital comings and goings reveal that Anders Hove has returned for a Caesar Faison gaslighting plot, so Anna Devane's worst nightmare is just beginning. In the January 16th episode, Anna was apparently drugged with something to mess with her head. After Anna imagined seeing Liesel Obrecht, she spotted one of Faison's signature cigarillos and ultimately heard his voice coming through the speaker. It seems like Anna is being given something that's making her hallucinate and adding to her Faison paranoia. It's a way to throw Anna off the trail and keep her rattled over Faison instead of figuring out what's really going on. However, many fans were left wondering whether that voice actually belonged to Anders Hove. Sod confirmed that Hove's voice could be heard as that January 16th episode wrapped up, so he's reprised the role, at least in a way. Hove's voice will be heard again as Anna gets more ominous messages from Faison during the week of January 19th to 23rd. Of course, this fits in with the next phase of the plan that Pascal's been tasked with carrying out. Pascal may be responsible for pumping some AI version of Faison's voice into Anna's room to scare her. Whatever the case, it'll be interesting to see if Anna keeps hearing Faison's voice alone or if she might hallucinate an encounter with him at some point. Either way, Anders Hove is at least partly back now that Anna's being gaslit into believing Faison is still alive. In other comings and goings news, Andrew Hawks recently made his debut as director Ross Cullum, a WSB-connected baddie who's working with Jen Sidwell and bossing Jack Brennan around. Cullum will have some very specific instructions to deliver during the week ahead. It's clear that Cullum is someone to be feared, but maybe a weakness or two will reveal itself soon. Tim Lenabos will also reprise his role as Judge Sullivan for some final courtroom scenes following Willow Kane's verdict, which will bring more airtime for ADA Justine Turner as well. General Hospital spoilers say there's much more drama to come in Port Charles, so stick with us for updates on all the details. General Hospital spoilers hint that Jack Brennan may save Josslyn Jax's life after a dirty director Ross Cullum discovery. Will Brennan prove he's truly one of the good guys and perhaps change Carly Spencer's opinion of him? When Carly realized Brennan recruited Josslyn and dragged her daughter into WSB danger, she was furious. Brennan became a villain in Carly's mind, so she teamed up with Valentin Cassadine for payback. However, GH writers may be trying to shift the narrative a bit when it comes to Brennan. Fans are still seeing moments of Brennan's softer side and confessions to Carly that prove he truly loves her, no matter what mistakes he's made. It's true that Brennan tends to put his WSB work above all else, but he obviously cares deeply for Carly. Brennan cares about Josslyn too, since he just stonewalled Cullum about his Spoon Island assets to protect her. Now that Cullum is in the mix, he's the real baddie in this whole situation, not Brennan. Cullum is a villainous character along with Jen Sidwell and will have to face a downfall at some point. Meanwhile, Brennan may be getting a writing shift that'll make him more of a hero in Carly's eyes. Once Brennan realizes Cullum is dirty, he may put his own life on the line to keep Josslyn out of harm's way. It's easy to imagine some scenario where Brennan takes a bullet for Josslyn or sacrifices himself in some other way. Brennan may get a heroic moment that'll prove to Carly that he's got a good heart and is the same man she fell hard for. Carly has been blaming Brennan for pushing Josslyn into this dangerous line of work, but it seems like she's also starting to see how much Joss loves it. Josslyn is a grown woman with a mind of her own, so she made the choice to head down this WSB road. In the end, Carly may forgive Brennan's role in recruiting Josslyn and just focus on his life-saving efforts once he gets Josslyn out of a tight spot. Josslyn will indeed land in grave danger if she figures out Sidwell's secret partner is Director Cullum, since he doesn't want his two worlds to collide. That could put a fatal target on Josslyn's back and force Brennan to intervene before it's too late. General Hospital spoilers say Brennan will get updates on some shocking Cullum news down the line, so stay tuned. General Hospital recap for Friday, January 16th reveals that Willow Kane was found not guilty while Anna Devane faced a Liesl Obrecht shock. Pascal also made a twisted move, so let's talk about how Friday's exciting episode played out. For starters, Nina Reeves showed up at Drew Kane's place wanting to take Willow out and distract her while they awaited the verdict. Drew insisted Willow wasn't there and bickered with Nina over the trial. Nina made it clear that her lawyers would handle the appeal process if Willow was found guilty. Drew assumed Nina was hoping for a bad outcome so she could play the hero, but Nina fired back and refused to let her daughter suffer in prison because of him. Meanwhile, Willow met with Michael Corinthos at the cafe after he summoned her. Michael wanted to talk about what would happen if Willow was found guilty and mentioned the programs designed to help incarcerated women with small children. Michael was willing to let Willow see Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos if she was behind bars, but Willow wondered what would happen if she walked free. Michael pointed out that was a different issue since he didn't want the kids around Drew, who was married to Willow. Before Willow and Michael could fully discuss the matter, she got a phone call from the courthouse and learned the jury was back with a verdict. In captivity, Anna received a phlebotomy and imagined Liesl was the one giving it to her. Although Anna tried to object, Obrecht made it clear that Caesar Faison was back and insisted on this arrangement. In reality, another medical professional treated Anna. Pascal got confirmation that the phlebotomy went well and that Anna's other treatment was working too, since she thought the woman was Liesl. Pascal knew Anna was ready for the next step and continued to play mind games. When Anna woke up, she spotted a cigarillo in the ashtray before hearing Faison through the speaker system talk about watching over her. At GH, the real Lils cornered Britt Westbourne and gushed about her plan for them to support Rocco Falconeri at his hockey games. Obrecht had purchased season tickets along with jerseys and more, but Britt was wary over overstepping. However, Liesl acted like Britt was more than a surrogate and encouraged her to connect with Rocco. That led to Obrecht talking about her regrets since she didn't put her kids first in the past, but she was ready to make up for that now. In bed together, Giovanni Gio Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake confirmed that they had no regrets about the night before. Gio reassured Emma about Anna's return and talked about maybe returning to PCU, but he was uncertain of his major. Emma had figured out she wanted to go into veterinary medicine and thought she could help Gio find his passion too. In Alexis Davis's office, she had another tense conversation with Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor. Although Alexis followed up on their theory and believed Willow was guilty, she did what she had to do in court. Kai and Trina contemplated coming clean to the cops if Michael wound up on trial next, but Alexis pushed them to wait until the verdict was read before they did anything else. After Harrison Chase's meeting with Internal Affairs, he gave Dante Falconeri updates outside Bobby's. Chase insisted that he owned up to everything he did, but he assured Dante that he didn't cross the line of destroying evidence. Even if Willow was found not guilty, Chase pushed Dante to keep digging for answers. At the courthouse, Kai let Michael know that although Drew had been good to him, that didn't mean he believed everything he heard from Drew on the stand. Drew came around the corner and didn't look happy over Kai shaking Michael's hand. Chase also spoke to Alexis and assumed she was helping Willow because she didn't believe her client was capable of shooting Drew. Willow rushed back from the cafe and made it just in time for court to resume. The jury's verdict was not guilty, which brought a very mixed reaction in the courtroom. General Hospital spoilers say Willow has more problems ahead of her despite this lucky break, so don't miss all the troubling news to come. Whether it's trauma or dissociative identity disorder, Willow has turned into quite the manipulator. After all, she hasn't only lied on the stand, she's lied to her husband and many others about shooting Drew. She's diabolical, and it looks like Willow's entering a new chapter in the land of Port Charles with this new attitude. Willow knows that Danny Morgan saw Scout Quartermain during the Davis girls' holiday celebration. She knows how desperate Alexis is to see her grandchildren, Sam McCall's children, spend time together. Could Alexis tell Willow what she knows? Will Willow have leverage against Alexis to ensure she stays quiet? General Hospital spoilers remind fans that at one point, Drew had a restraining order for everyone in Scout's extended family in recent months. Now it's been reduced to only one person, Scout's brother Danny. The fact that Scout can't see Danny and Danny can't see Scout has not only torn their hearts in two, but it has also shattered Alexis, along with Christina Corinthos Davis and Molly Lansing Davis. Willow must know this. She also knows how desperate Scout is to see Danny. Could she promise to talk to Drew and convince him to allow the brother to see his sister? Would she hold this over Alexis's head as a bargaining chip? If Willow is successful, this storyline could last for a very long time. Will Willow use Danny and Scout as a bargaining chip to convince Alexis to remain hush-hush? Comment below! Watch your favorite ABC soap daily and check out this site often for the best General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. General Hospital spoilers hint that Sasha Gilmore Corbin could make a comeback that'll complicate Michael Corinthos and Jacinda Bracken's romance. Is a messy love triangle brewing that'll change everything? What started out as a fake alibi grew into something more for Jacinda and Michael. Even now that the truth about their deception is out, Michael and Jacinda are still hoping to make things work as a couple. Jacinda has fallen hard for Michael and worries this romance might be too good to be true. Since Jacinda isn't used to feeling this way about someone, she's scared that it might all fall apart. However, Michael has been working hard to convince Jacinda of his true feelings, which are only going to grow stronger from here. Jacinda and Michael's love story could really bloom if GH writers let it play out long enough. Of course, it wouldn't be a soap without problems, so Michael and Jacinda will have to face another obstacle sooner or later. Could it come in the form of Sasha's return with Daisy Gilmore, the daughter Sasha shares with Michael? Sasha and Daisy were driven out of town thanks to all the stalker drama, which Willow Kane set in motion. Michael deserves an opportunity to be in his daughter's life, so let's hope the show will rectify this at some point. Sasha was previously committed to raising Daisy on her own, but that could change somewhere down the line. Once Sasha's forced to grapple with the looming loss of Robert Scorpio, it could lead to her reevaluating what family means to her. Sasha might come back to Port Charles for Robert's memorial service and decide she wants to remain in town. This could be Sasha's chance at a new beginning in PC, one that perhaps includes Michael by her side as a romantic partner and hands-on father. Naturally, Sasha will have to win Michael back first. Jacinda could pose a bit of a roadblock if GH wants to play this love triangle and have Michael conflicted between the two women. That said, Michael may find it difficult to resist the pull of Sasha and his youngest child. Michael could finally help raise Daisy and become her devoted dad as he falls in love with Sasha once again. Would you like to see Sasha's homecoming and reunion with Michael? Should Sasha, Michael, Daisy, Wiley Corinthos, and Amelia Corinthos build a family together? General Hospital spoilers say Michael may make some updates to his love life eventually, so we'll pass along more news on his future. Be sure to stop by often for all the hottest General Hospital spoilers news and updates you're looking for. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease Anna Devane will be stunned. Since Valentine Cassadine was caught snooping around Windermere, will he be thrown in the cell with her? The castle may be large, but it seems the only cell where someone can be kept captive is the one that Anna is in. Jen Sidwell had wanted Valentine to partner with him, but that doesn't mean he wants him snooping around the castle, and Ava Jerome ratted him out. If Valentine was snooping, then he must have been snooping for some reason that Jens wouldn't approve of, so how can he know if Valentine could be trusted? Sidwell obviously knows of him, but does he really know Valentine in spite of them both having been mercenaries in the past and possibly have come across each other? The reason Sidwell wanted Valentine to partner with him is because of his past working closely with Caesar Faison. Valentine had helped work on the Chimera project and had practically raised Peter August, aka Heinrich Faison. Sidwell knows that Valentine knows a lot about Faison's last project, the one that Sidwell and Ross Cullum are trying to get finished. Jack Brennan knows that the WSB wants it to use as a WSB weapon, but he may not be entirely in the loop about Cullum's secret alliance with Sidwell. If he was, he wouldn't have been trying to get intel about it from Valentine, which Valentine wouldn't give him. And if Valentine wouldn't spill to Brennan, he sure isn't going to spill to Sidwell. He knows that the technology is dangerous, involving cold fusion. The question is, now that Valentine was seen by Ava at Windermere, can he, and more importantly, will he, return to the castle he just might? After Anna tackled Pascal and Cullum disabled her, Cullum was going to dispose of Anna so they could bring Britt Westbourne to work in the Windermere lab. But since Brennan thinks the WSB lost Anna, he may suggest that Valentine can find her as a way to lure Valentine into custody, the way he was going to use Charlotte Cassadine. Cullum is both his boss and Sidwell's, so he may suggest it to Cullum. That means, since Valentine's been snooping around Windermere, if he's fed the breadcrumb that they've lost Anna, he'll suspect she's being held in the castle. And Anna is Valentine's other weakness, in addition to Charlotte, and she'll be stunned to find Valentine being thrown in the cell with her. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates.